will be a joyous one today. Welcome to Jordan-Hare Stadium and the home of the Auburn Tigers. What we have in store for you today, a clash between a couple of SEC teams that could have season-long ramifications. As we'll see, the Tennessee Volunteers taking on the Auburn Tigers. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Things started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Volunteers offense will go on the attack first. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Just those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. But when you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. From the gun, the give, looking for room.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on third down. Dropping back, it's Lanier. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32. The Vols are moving quickly down the field. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run, a pickup of 6. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Pulls and throws off the RPO. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Handoff to the single back. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Catch in the middle, it's Gossett. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. They'll use the running game on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Vols!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Auburn Tigers offense will take the field for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clocked.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Handoff from the gun. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. The Big Orange churning out those first downs on the ground, sort of like Arian Foster used to do.
Yeah, you couldn't write the script any better. Just pound the ball, establish the run game, opens up the play action, exactly how you want to run your offense.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than quarterback. You know, all the space in the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide. But to be able to break on those short passes and be an open field tackler like that and give up no yards and protect deep, that's a nice job by the quarterback.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. He'll pull it on the read. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away.
Oh, he's got some space. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Gets the back moving. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Turns it on in midfield. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Off play action. Works the middle of the field. Knocked off his feet.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
Back to pass. It's Newton. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. So here is the Tennessee offense. They are backed up, defense smelling blood as this drive starts at the 5. Picked off, a turnover on their own end.
The defense thought in this game they were going to have an opportunity to pick some passes off. What a great job. Down deep in the opponent's territory. He jumps the route, he intercepts it, and returns it now inside the 5-yard line, setting his offense up in beautiful field position.
And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Feeling the heat, and he will go down. Final play of the first quarter, and not the way he wanted to end it. We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll try to pound their way in. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And how about the response from this defense? Put in a horrible situation, horrible field position. Jesse, they bowed their necks 3 times in a row.
Yeah, and it's a sudden change situation, and they practice that all week. You never know when they're going to come up, but you have to have guys on the field playing with a sense of urgency. This has been awesome defensively.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. Wake Forest is getting blitzed right now at home in front of that loyal fan base. Loyal, but my goodness, that's being tested today. They're trailing by 16 to North Carolina. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back. If anything develops, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. To the air. It's Lanier. Got his man down the middle. They get it out to the... 6 and on the move after a pickup of 15.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Gets it to him on the screen. Breaks into the open. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. Plays like that, but just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and they force the incomplete.
With the catch, it's Gossett.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on throw to the right. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And the Volunteers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Tight end now in motion. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Now the toss. Finds a little space. There he goes. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got him first and goal.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Quickly complete. Touchdown, Tennessee! A great catch and run for 6. An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So here comes the Auburn offense. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He's got the tight end. Breaks the tackle. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Newton. Pressure coming. Turning it on. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Defense wants to bring the heat. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Auburn sends out the punting unit.
Number 18 in punt formation to kick it away.
Let's see what he can do with it. He's got great speed. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Gossett. On the move at the 30. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. First and 10. Quarterback may change this route. Trying to get the corner. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
I love DBs that want to tackle. They get an opportunity to look like heroes on these outside toss plays. Physical play by the corner there, getting the ball carried down behind the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw, it's Lanier. Shoots it to the left. Beautifully thrown ball, terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Give to the big fullback. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. So the offense will try to punch it in here on 4th and goal from the 1.
Timeout, Tennessee.
Looking to throw, it's Lanier. Buys a little time. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers! No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
I think most coaches on 4th and goal from the 1-yard line nowadays, they're going for it. And I like this offense because if I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win. They're physical, lower their pads, and they get the big 4th down conversion.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Wants to throw on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Westbrook.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a loop.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Using his legs to buy some time. Crosses the 30. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. Auburn lines up quickly. Looking downfield on 1st down. Unloads to the right. Finds his man. It's Henderson. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Westbrook. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Oh, he's got some space. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work in Auburn, Alabama so far, and welcome into the halftime report. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis, and through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Jordan-Hare.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Volunteers will kick it away to start the second half. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half is the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
We're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
So now it's 2nd and long. The RPO, it's complete. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
And a nice job finding my wide receiver. And then how about the wide receiver turning into a running back, getting upfield, getting some positive yards, and getting the first down.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Fires to the tight end. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team.
Number 18, on to punt it away.
Here's the return. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. He'll pitch it. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Back to throw, it's Lanier. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Vols line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. So here is the Tennessee offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Vols come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. The give to the back. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
It's great to have a physical offensive line that you can count on, that you can just lean on them up front and fall forward and get 1st downs. Man, what a comfortable, what a nice spot to be in if you're an offensive coordinator.
Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Takes a hit as he fires. Intercepted. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it 1st down at the 39.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
Back to pass, it's Newton. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack 1st down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Here's a heat. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team.
Well, after struggling so much in the 1st half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the 2nd half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end. You're expecting them to punt.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Got it behind the line. It's Butler. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
The defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
It'll be 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. And the Volunteers will send out the punt unit. Wants to return it. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. To the ground with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great, but they got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this second half.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. To go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. So we open the final period with a third down play. Quarterback will keep it. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be fourth down. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
Well, at this point of the game, in the second half, down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore, right? Every fourth down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are on the field. The problem is, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly. That time, they had a better play call on. They execute. It's just been that kind of day for this offense.
They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. He might want another play. Looking to throw, it's Lanier. Throws for the tight end. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch. And in this case, even catching the football, it was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
Third play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. And the third down pass is knocked away by the D. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. Nestled just inside that right upright. And that lead grows even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. Vanderbilt is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Jay Cutler, this might not be over just yet. They're trailing by just 4 to Missouri.
He breaks a tackle and runs through another guy.
We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Looking to throw on 1st down. They're working that left side. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there. The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They go to the ground. Nice move to pick up yardage. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another 1st down. They'll give it to him again. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Motion from the wideout. Hard running there. Breaks into the open. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. And the Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. To throw, it's Newton. Bringing the heat. Makes the grab, it's Wilson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, and here's the problem offensively, because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big.
Touchdown, Tigers! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, baby.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Davey, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Red pass hits complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Leaves it with the running back. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Now called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. They'll try to run for it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. A great chance to put this game away with a score here. Scores on the sneak. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game slide.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So here comes the Auburn offense. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Looking for a man. It's Newton. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Fires left. And his first throw here is incomplete. Auburn sends out the punting unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. So here is the Tennessee offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming in this one. They went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
The Volunteers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. He's got it down the left. Touchdown balls! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
This drive will open from the 15. Wants to throw. It's Newton. Got a man. It's Westbrook. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. How about that catch and toe tap to get the first down? That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield. You saw that right there.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games when we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
Using the quick game. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Tigers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Stands in and takes the hit. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw on that touchdown pass.
Tennessee, 38, Auburn, 17.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Pocket breaking down. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
One more play to pad the stats. Looking for a man. It's Lanier. Fires one high and deep. And as the ball goes to the turf, the clock has hit 0. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.